Hello, grease balls, and welcome to The Grease, where we will overanalyze this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. I need to stop saying this week's because, it's probably going to be 2 weeks until this episode comes out. You know what I mean? I'm your host, Princess Capella, joined today by none other than Joshita.
Hi, I'm great, I'm good, I'm grand, I'm gay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm alive. Last week, Wicked Wiz of Oz, Sam Starr snagged the win, leaving Corey King and Acacia forgot to battle it out in the lip sync for your life. Acacia went home, which sucks. I really wanted her to do well, and she never seemed to get her footing.
Yeah, I know. It felt like maybe at one point she would, especially towards the beginning of the season, but the more you saw her edit, the more you could see the writing on the wall. It was just okay, she is not gonna make it far.
Yeah, what I think was disappointing about it is that she didn't get her flowers for the performance in the talent show, and then also she did really well in the RDR live and was safe, so
Yeah,
she never really
did
had her opportunity to really shine.
Right, but the one thing that we can pull from this experience is that we now all know your particular favorite song is Wet Dream by Adam Lambert.
Joshita will not stop sending me Snapchats of him listening to that at 6 a.m. also. So Arietti's little moment when she's coming for Sam Starr, I really severely disliked. And I think I've pinpointed specifically what I don't like is that I don't like people who stick their tongue out all the time. When people go I can't even do it. I can't even do what they do. When people think they're being cute and sassy and they stick out their tongue and bite it. I just hate that. You're almost doing it. Kind of, yeah. I don't like that. Put your tongue away.
Yeah,
I
know exactly what you're talking about, though. She does it in a really stupid way, and I'm not a big fan of Arietti, to be honest.
Yeah, I think she's an amazing designer, and I love her mug, but her personality, not for me. And that's okay.
Bow, 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 bow.
So far this season, wins and top placements, I did math for this, right?
Wow.
Wins and top placements have been distributed between the same queens: Sam Starr, Jules Sparkles, Anya Nerve, and Susie Toot, with actually the next highest amount of high placements was Crystal Envy. Something else that was fun this week, the reading challenge, which wasn't a part of the Snatch game.
Yeah, that's usually a thing that happens hand in hand right there.
How did you feel about the reading challenge?
It wasn't terrible. We have definitely had worse reading challenges. My favorite of all of them was Jules read to, I can't remember to who it was, but they said, you have to go by they, them because you're the size of a group of people.
This is our third design challenge this season. Are we not going to see some of our classic episodes girl groups or something? Because we haven't had girl groups yet. We really haven't had. We've had a musical, but we haven't had any other music-based challenges or dancing, really.
Well, we'll definitely get the remix. I do believe there is a girly group.
There better be, but it's not next week. We already know what next week is, so.
No, because isn't next week the top 7?
It's the roast.
And then the following week will be the top 6, where there'll be even amount of girls.
So that could be girl groups, or it could be makeovers.
Or it could be pooping on each other's tits.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that, and I almost said it first, you stupid slut. You're insufferable to be around, quite frankly. Okay, but let's go. Let's do it. We're on with Jules Sparkles. So this week, since we had only fashion-based challenge, we are just gonna be greasing and grossing and going over the girls' looks. So we have a special guest judge, Betsey Johnson, this week, which has Betsey Johnson never been on the show yet?
She has.
Oh, okay, good. When?
I don't remember what season she was on, but she was a guest judge.
Okay, well, that's good. Put your tongue away. We talked about this.
I'm gonna do it all the time now, bitch.
I'm firing you. You're fired. First category is punk grunge flapper, starting off with Jules Sparkles.
This did not look like I thought it was gonna look like based on what she was putting together in the workroom. I was a little bit worried, to be honest, because like she had all this stuff, all this fur together, and it didn't just, it was kind of all messy and it wasn't all like done up. So it looked very strange. And I was like, oh man, and I love Jules, so I was like worried about her. And she fucking walked out in this, and I was so impressed. I love this. Like, even with the whole like velvet going different directions or whatever, like I didn't even give a fuck. This, I felt like it fit the category so well. Huge grease. I do love the wig. There's something about the shape of her head though that is off to me.
I really like the construction of the kind of slinky dress itself and the studs and the chains. I really like all of those elements, but just something about the furs I don't love. It's okay
Really?
on the stole, like the shrug. I think it's okay, but I don't like it how it's just like squares of fabric going down the trim. That was just
Of the dress.
yeah, that was just my, I don't know. And as I'm looking at it, I'm not crazy about it. I agree that it fits the category. It's constructed well, but I don't like the treatment of the furs on the trim of the bottom of the garment specifically. Still grease. Our next queen in the punk grunge flapper category is Lydia Butthole Collins.
So it took me so long, like kind of putting this on pause and staring at this to kind of figure out what was going on. And like, it's like, again, it feels like that is too big on the top. Like it like is hanging off of her body. Like she could have kept that kind of vibe with the fur hangy pieces, but put something on that fits, please. And the colors of like the bodysuit thing she's wearing versus the dress itself were so close under the lighting that you couldn't tell like what ended where, it was very hard to look at. And where her hair started and that weird thing ended, it was, oh my god, I was so weirded out by it. It's like a nooch to me, I think.
There is something about it that I really like. Okay,
there's
one thing about it. There's one thing about it specifically that I really like, and it's the shrug or whatever on the arm pieces. I really like that, and I think that's very interesting the way that she did it. I agree with you. The bodysuit and the color of the actual dress, there's not enough contrast, so it almost looks like she just has a rash all over, like a little bit. But I don't know. I do kind of weirdly love it. I think it's appealing visually, and I think a couple changes, like really it's just the dress had been a different color. If it had been maybe that purple color, that would have kind of set it off, and that would have been a nice, oh my gosh, touch. But it is a little oversized. But that's, I don't know. I guess I kind of just expect that. That's like her aesthetic, and that's okay. And I do think that kind of goes with the punk aspect of it as well. And then the head covering with the wig on top, I don't think that works very well. I don't think that...
Yeah.
It's strange. With the wig itself is very... gives it a really weird shape the more that I look at it.
I know.
But I will, this is probably just a nooch, you guys. I'm sorry. All right, next up is Suzanne Tudis.
Honestly, I kind of hate it from the neck up. I do. It looks like a really, really bad wig. And it just, I don't know. I feel like she could have gone further with the idea than just like, I'm going to wear a Paramore wig. I am neutral.
I have a bone to pick with Suzanne Tudis, and a lot of people in general.
Miss Tudis.
Miss Tudis in particular, because this is now the second time that she's done this, okay? Why do people not understand that the metal horns are like this? Okay, they're this.
What did she
they're
do?
not this. She does this. She does this, and she did that also in the "Bitch, I'm a Drag Queen" or whatever, the thing where she was the Valentina song. It was like a rock number, and she's in the back and she's doing this like the whole time, and it's, you are a theater kid. There's no way that you've never seen somebody do that. Like, there's just no way. I'm not buying it. And it's affecting my judgment of her.
Affecting me.
It's affecting me personally. I've lost sleep over it. And Dio is indeed rolling in his grave. So I guess I'm nuging this. To start off our Betsey's prom looks is Corey King.
This is the second time that she's looked horrible like this. The first time was when she had that horrible rug that she wore that Plain Jane and someone else made her. And it was the same kind of thing that happened with like her giant breastplate coming off of her and creating this huge like space in front of her, and then having like a half finished neck thing where it's like, this is barely two pieces of fabric. Also, why did she not make this longer? Because RuPaul specifically clocked her for doing the same silhouette over again. And if she could have just like made the side that is longer right now, fully just do that side down to the floor or whatever, down further down her leg, something. I don't know. I just feel like there was like not a lot of effort put in once she realized how difficult it was going to be. I am gonna gross this. Gross.
I know you have feelings about Corey that I don't agree with. I do really like her. I especially like how unserious she is. She's just bringing what she's brought to the competition. She's just like, this is what I got. This is who I am.
Yeah.
All right. Even if what she has brought is mall drag with the same dress 5 times, that's what she's got. And then she said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make that dress too. And I wish that we would have gotten to see, you know, she said that it's like it was longer and she cut the bottom off of it. I would have loved to see what that would have looked like. I agree, First Mate Kate. I am kind of a Corey stan too. I love her YouTube channel. I've got to get me a cameo from her as well. But we've seen this Hoochie dress 5 times at least. And like you can see her brassiere. You know, it looks unfinished. It's like gapping. Yeah, it's mall drag. And I love mall drag, but I just think at this point it's not standing up to the competition. And I'll gross it. Anya Nerve is the next in our Betsey prom category.
Honestly, I didn't think this was as bad as a lot of people thought. Like, here's what I think. If she had made the bows a like way different color, like all different colors, maybe even like the paint bladder color situation, just something that was more of a pop, and placed them in a different order, because the way that they are with their like the smallest one being in the middle, it bothers the fuck out of me and it like makes me want to scratch. And I just wish the bows were different. Just do something different with the bows, make them a different color, and keep the dress the same. I think it's I don't like the wig though either. But I don't think that it was as bad as everybody made it out to be. I'm gonna give this a nooch, but I'm still gonna give it that accolade. I don't think it was as bad as everybody made it out to be.
Well, I'm glad that you said that, because I also like need a drag delusion check, because is this a safe space? Like, while we're just bringing it up,
of course. We're always a little safe space.
This is almost good to me, and I don't know if it's because like, I'm delusional because I love Anya, or what, right?
I mean, I love Anya too, but like there are times when you gotta fucking gross a bitch. But I don't think this is worthy of that. I think it looks like it fits her well. Her body looks good.
And
Like,
to
come on.
me, also the styling of the hair and makeup, I really like the hair. And the hair, the makeup, and the accessories, I think to me
Yeah.
give it like a kind of goofy 2000s vibe with all of the chokers and stuff. And the
Yeah.
shoes that she's wearing, I love the shoes so much. So, I guess it's a nooch. Next we have Lana Geray.
I hate that she doesn't pad.
This is a safe
I
space.
think it's a safe space, and it is also a safe space for queens who don't pad. But
So it Amuse.
like,
We love. She doesn't pad.
yes, this fabric without padding looks so strange to me. And just like the way that it is put to, it looks like she's a child. I feel like this is a little girl and it makes me uncomfortable. Like I don't, it's weird. Like I don't know. It just looks strange to me. I love the wig.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And I just wish that like, I don't know. I just wish it was kind of something different. And I don't know. It's not bad. I won't say that it's bad. I will give it a light grease. But I don't know what it is about it. It's like a child pageant.
Child pageant. I think it's part of the shape of it too. That
Yeah.
and this material is almost like pajama-y feeling as well, like satin pajama-y.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But I do think if you compare this to her previous design challenge, the like train wreck mess that
weird
was.
sea monster thing.
Yeah, she's come a long way. This is a finished garment that has a clear vision. It is going somewhere, and that is nice. But I think she is lost in the actual shape of the dress because she doesn't pad. And if it was, you know, I think partially like the ruching and the shape of the skirt with the twill, it just, yeah.
But you know, like Naomi Smalls doesn't pad, but every now and then she does.
Yep. Remember the Raven look where she's like bodied to fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I will also give this a light spraying of grease. Okay. Starting off our prenup category is Arietti.
The only thing I really have to say about it, and it could be the lighting / the stage, but there were the details of it I couldn't see very well, particularly from the neck up. And I was like, damn, I wish that maybe this was like red or something so that I could see everything. Literally no fault of her own. I just so badly wanted to see like what was going on her hair and head situation so that I could like know. And I'm still going to give this a big old grease, even though I can still barely tell what is on top of her head.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Arietti, this is a beautiful garment. It is like snatched on her body.
Yes, that's the other thing.
It doesn't super read Betsey to me though, like at all. And I can't say that this is a bad garment because it's not, obviously. Like it's constructed very well. But I wish she hadn't done like a 70-30 split between her idea and Betsey's idea. And if she had gone with a 50-50, I think she probably could have won. But
just more color needed to go into it, I think.
yeah. Even if it was just more white for the prenup category. But I do like the kind of storyline that she's giving. I agree, you can't really see what's happening on the head other than it's just black. But I just really am not digging the black stage, I think, for that. But definitely still agrees. All right, Sham Star.
Damn star.
Sham Star.
I love this. She looks like I've probably said this a million times, but she looks like a 90s supermodel.
She does.
And this gives like bitchy, cunty, like, oh my God, I absolutely love this. I live for this kind of punky, grungy moment. I love this. Huge grease. And that wig too, come on.
It almost gives like a music video, you know, or something like that. Like I love the vibe of this. And this is like H2T perfection. Like what more could you want from this?
It's great.
I was pissed that she wasn't in the top because this was like, come on.
I was like, this is gonna win.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
When I
I love
saw it.
this. And it is very Betsey too. And
Yeah.
the choice to do a 2-piece instead of just a fit and flare. Grease. Dupree down.
Ow.
Okay, Lexi, love is the next one.
The only thing about it is I don't really know if I like the wig. That might just be a personal thing. Otherwise, this is amazing. I think her body looks great. I think that the giant mosquito net thingy looks great as a silhouette, and it's a different idea. I think this was really good, and she was very deserving of a top placement for this.
Yes. Mama, the shape that she achieved with
Bro.
the veil is like,
know.
how? Because it's not just like a piece of fabric draped over her head. It's just like amazing. I love it, and I love the volume at the bottom. It is so beautiful. And you know, she came up with this idea with the help of Sam, and she was able to execute it, and it does come off very Betsey. I do agree with you about the wig. That could have really been any wig under there. And 100% Joshida, if somebody showed up in a rainbow prism wig with nothing, Joshida would read that so fast. He would hate that.
I would not be happy.
He would not be pleased. But it is kind of cute, and I do think it makes it read a little bit more Betsey too, with that like pop of color. And her makeup looked so good.
Oh,
so
she looked beautiful.
Grease Mama. That means in the top this week we have Jules, Arietti, and Lexi, with our bottoms being Lydia, Anya, and Corey. Do you agree with the placements?
No.
Okay.
Yes and no. In my mind, the win was between two.
Yes.
In my mind, those two were Jules and Sam.
Okay.
Those who I think were the best out of the week, and I was shocked that Sam wasn't in the top.
Yeah, I was too. I loved Sam's so much. It was so spot on and so well constructed. It was kind of crazy to me.
I think Jules killed it. Like, I really do. Like, I know that you and fucking first mate Kate don't fucking give a fuck.
I just didn't like the fur.
I honestly, though, the second they announced Jules' win and her face was so sweet. I was so excited that she was able to like have that moment finally.
Yeah. Okay, so what about the bottoms? Lydia, Anya, and Corey. We both weren't hating Anya's look.
No, I would have probably put Sam there.
In the bottom, honey?
Or not Sam, Lana.
Lana.
Okay. I would have swapped Lana and Anya and had Lana sweat it out and then saved her right at the end.
Yeah. All right. So let's get down to the gag. Jules wins, of course. Yeah. And the Lovebirds, like I predicted last week, if you will remember on stream.
Yep.
That we have our Lovebirds of Corey King and Lydia Butthole Collins lip syncing to a banger tune, Kiss Me Deadly.
It was good. It was good. I think Butthole ate her up.
Yeah.
I really do. But, and I've read interviews since this that Corey said that she really didn't put it all the way on because she was going easy for her little bottom there. But I think Lydia probably would have won either way. She's very captivating when she performs.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of ability to like contrast in her performance by starting off very sultry and very slow and then going to that really edgy kind of screamy like punk vibe. I really, really like her. I can see why she strikes with certain people. And I thought it was really good. It was very entertaining to watch because Corey's not a bad performer. Corey's
not
really
at all.
good.
Yeah.
So it was really fun to watch.
What I want to know is, so this song is called Kiss Me Deadly. It's a very obvious like that this song you could kiss somebody too. So did they like sandbag this song knowing that they had a couple and then knowing like, oh, if we put this on, they're gonna make out and everybody's gonna lose their shit, because it was like such an amazing moment.
Yeah.
Like even the lip sync itself was like incredible, even if, like you said, they didn't kiss,
Right.
because they're both amazing performers. But that on top of it was just like, oh my fucking god, it was great.
Yes, it was really good.
It was so good.
I was very in it.
Miss Lydia Butthole Collins wins the lip sync, and Corey King goes home.
And you could tell she was sad too.
Yeah.
She was like, she went and stood in the back and she was like, Jesus Christ.
But she still kept true to like her personality. She was still like
Yes.
unserious, and she is, I think, a queen that would be great to see perform. I think she'd be great at a bar, like take my dollars, have a drink, and just get my life.
I bet she would be really fun to go see live.
For sure. Well, next week we have the fucking roast.
The villains roast.
Villains
I'm so
roast.
excited. I can't wait.
And we love
I
the
love
roast.
the roast.
Yes.
We love a
We
roast.
love a roast.